YouTube, let's jump straight into the tutorial. We're going to be doing a high taper with no hooks right here. Let's do our first guideline with the gamma hitters and remove the bulk. To refine that area, we're going to use my babyless skeleton. This is a zero gap trimmer. The previous trimmer was not zero gap. Go ahead and flip it on its other position so it's a little sharper. Then we're going to use our Uno shaver to just make everything nice and bald, and then open up the lever with our babyless gold FX to create a 1 finger thick guideline. So right here, we're just going to refine the area with the lever open. So we're going to start open, and then we're going to put our lever in the middle and hit the guideline in the middle. So you guys can go from the starting position to the middle part, and I'm using only the left corner of my blade, as you guys can see, using my wall magic clip, sorry. So after that, guys, we're going to close the lever and hit the beginning of the line. So you guys realize that we went open, middle, and then closed. So repeat that process, guys, until everything's nice and clean and blended, and do the same thing on the beard. So I set a 1 finger thick guideline, and now I'm blending from closed to middle to now opening it all the way through. So that was 2 different methods now. So what we're gonna do now is grab the 1 guard lever open and set a 1 finger thick guideline on top of the line that we just finished blending. Do the same thing on the beard. So it's just a lot quicker when you guys are working from the beard to the taper, taper to the beard, and then close the lever, and we're gonna soften this line right here. We set a 1 finger thick guideline, so we go closed, middle, and then fully open it all the way through. So that's called close to open. And if you guys just follow the simple rules of just hitting the guideline where the lever position is at. So if it's closed, you guys want to hit it in the beginning like I am on this step, then slightly open it midway through, go a tiny bit higher, and this is not going to blend out the line. This is just going to soften it for the next step. The second guideline always requires 2 different guards to erase the line. So once that's done, we're going to attach our 0.5 guard, and we're going to repeat the process of going closed to open. But make sure that in this step, you guys only give yourself about half of that blending room, because we are using a smaller guard, which means it's sharper, and you guys don't want to take or stretch the fade a lot higher. So we go from the closed position to middle to open, and repeat the process in the beard as well. So once that's done, we're gonna grab our 2 guard lever open. The top of my client's hair is a number 3 guard, guys. So the highest guard that we're gonna use is the 2 guard. And now we go open to closed to soften the line. And right here on the beard, we're gonna do the same thing. Remember, guys, if you guys want to go quicker, you guys want to be able to go from the beard to the taper, taper to the beard, keep blending, and just use 1 guard, 1 step at a time. So right here, once we had set our guideline, we're going to just repeat the process of going close to open. So once that's done, we're going to finalize the blend of the taper and the beard. So we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. So what I'm doing right here, I went open, and I'm doing now open to close with the 1.5 guard. And I went ahead and just lined up the corners so I can detail this side of the taper without the other side of the taper being done. It's just the workflow that I was just working with for this video. I recorded this a while back, so my blending process is a little different now. So I'm just lining up around the ear right there. It's just my personal preference to have everything kind of lined up so I can go ahead and start detailing. My lever's in the middle, and I'm attacking that line right there in the middle and just getting rid of any dark spots. And I go in with my YS Park comb, and I'm just aiming for those little creases in the comb and aiming for dark spots, guys. You guys have to just try it out. Try that technique out. If you guys mess it up, I went a lot of, there's a trial and error thing, guys. You guys are gonna mess it up. It's just part of the process at the end of the day, guys. When you guys are new to something, you guys have to be okay with messing up. You guys will get the hang of it through time. For the beard lining, I like starting in the edges first. I just line it up. I have like major OCD, and my client has a thick beard that ranges all the way down towards his Adam's apple. So I just make the small guide right there that cuts in between about, like, I'd like to say like a finger and a half, just to give him a sharper jawline, plus to make everything even on both sides. So just line up the corners, and I already have the guide in the middle of the beard. So all I have to do is just kind of take a step back, look at my client from the front, and just make that lining The lineup lands about, I'd like to say, a finger, almost a finger and a half from the Adam's apple. My client has a thicker beard, and if you guys do push it a little bit higher, it would have looked weird. If you guys just leave more hair, it's just gonna look weird too. So you guys have to hit it in that sweet spot. And for the cheek lining, just make sure you guys just keep it as natural as possible before applying any enhancements. I make my client blow a bubble, so it creates pressure on the cheeks, because you guys don't want to just rely on stretching the skin. You guys want to have pressure so the razor can slide smoothly and you guys have razor control. And I'm lining him up right there at the top of the mustache on both sides. That's my guide. And turn your trimmer on its side right there to get rid of those small little hairs and angle everything. You guys have to just use the corners of your trimmer. This comes with time, guys, and attempting. The back of the neck taper, we're gonna start about 2 to 3 fingers above, because my client does have a lot of he's just a hairy dude, you know. He has a lot of neck hair, so this might look deceiving, you know. So it's just about 2 to 3 fingers above, and we're gonna clean that area with the Babyliss trimmer that is 0 gapped, and we're gonna go 1 finger above using my Babyliss Gold FX. So I'm gonna do a different style of blending in the back. So I set the guideline, and now I'm balding everything out. By cleaning the area with my trimmer with the Babyliss skeletons, it just makes it easier to bald everything out. You guys don't want to leave all of that workload on a shaver, so make sure you guys use all of your tools so everything can be nice and easy to blend. Right here I'm using the 1 guard lever open to create another guideline on top of the half guideline. So first I'm going to set 3 separate guidelines, the half, the 1.5, and the 2.5, and I'm gonna blend the top line first in the back taper. So I did it differently on the side taper. Right here I have my lever open, and now we're going halfway. So all that we're gonna do to blend that third line out is go from open to middle. Now that that's blended, we're gonna go middle, open, closed in the first guideline. So we blended the top one out, and now we're blending the bottom one out. So I don't really demonstrate my lever position as much, but you guys have to pay attention to my thumb. As I'm working my way up, I'm opening. As I'm working my way down, I'm closing. That's just because I just want to work a little faster. Now that the first line is blended, all that we have to do now is blend the second line out. And as you guys know, it's a 2-step process. We're going close to open with the 1 guard. Then we're gonna do close to open with the 0.5 guard to finalize the blend of the second line to finish our back taper. So be very, very careful with this step, because you guys can easily stretch the fade out. So take your time, guys. Just run it around 3 to 4 times close to open before moving on to the next step. The next step is gonna be to line up around the edges. We're gonna start right there with the right corner of my trimmer. My middle finger is placed on the bottom of his ear for balance and support. After that, it's basically all hand-eye coordination, practice, reps. I didn't have this smooth, I guess you can say, like motion of my trimmer. It just takes time, and also your tools matter. I'm using the Babyliss skeleton. They are 0 gapped. I consider this the best trimmer to this day. You know, I recorded this video a while back, but to this day, it's still the best trimmer in my opinion. It's the sharpest, and it just lasts the longest. And I've used other trimmers, and no other trimmer gives me the power and the durability of this trimmer. Once that's done, I applied some black hair fibers on the corners just to make everything stand out. My guys, just thinning on the sides. And once you guys apply the enhancements, just go ahead and refine the enhancements with your trimmer, as well as using the straight razor for the last details of our haircut. Make sure you guys post a picture on all social media outlets, videos, whatever. Don't rely on a barbershop to get your clientele, guys. So this is the before, and this is the after. This is a mid to high taper blended into the beard. The beard is a number 3, and the top is also a number 3. If you guys enjoy the content, let me know down below in the comment section. Hit the like and sub for more videos. My name is David Escamilla, and I'll catch you guys next week for more content. Peace.